You know, there's a moment when a bison walks up to your car and looks you in the eye, and you realize the car is just invisible to him. You're not a threat. You're just part of the landscape. And that took about 100 years of near extinction and careful conservation to make it possible again.
As civilization moved across the continent, farmland replaced the tallgrass prairie. The bison that roamed here was in the millions. But by 1888, the bison herd had dropped down to under 550. There was a small herd of 45 or so that was up at Yellowstone, and the rest were in zoos and private farms across the country. And that is where the vision for this place began. Three years ago, I hiked the Flint Hills Trail and I went across the Tallgrass Prairie up there. And in Kansas, we have a Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve. I've been there several times. I took photos of the Lower Fox Creek Schoolhouse, a little one-room stone schoolhouse that was built in the 1800s. But this place, this is breathtaking.
The Nature Conservancy manages nearly 40,000 acres here. And somewhere out in those acres, 2,500 bison. And what might surprise you is just how close you can actually get, not on foot, but from the car. Wildlife biologists have known this for a long time. An animal would bolt at the sight of a human on foot, and they'll simply ignore a slow-moving vehicle. The car becomes part of the landscape, like a big quiet rock that happens to have a camera sticking out of the window. But here's a tip. When you stop, turn off the engine. The mechanical sound carries. Silence is part of the technique here. Move slow. Stop often. Stay in the car and let them come to you. Now watch long enough. And patience is always the most important piece of gear that you bring with you. And you start to read the herd. The cows are extraordinary. A calf stays close. Mom stays between it and anything unfamiliar. If you move too fast, angle too direct, she notices. And when she notices, the herd notices. And what might surprise you is the bulls. They're not just standing there. They're working, circling the edges, watching the angles. There seems to be a hierarchy in how the herd protects itself. The cows protect the calves. The bulls protect the cows. It's layered, almost quiet in how efficiently it runs, until it isn't. It looks peaceful from a distance, but underneath, there's something tightly wound, if you know what you're looking at. Late July and August in the Tallgrass Prairie is the beginning of rut season for the bison. You can see it in how the bulls are beginning to drift apart from one another, giving each other space, reading each other from 100 yards away, like two weather fronts that haven't quite collided yet. And then there's this. A single bull rolling in a wallow, covering himself in the dust of the prairie. Bison use wallows to cool down and to shed parasites. But during rut, it's more than that. The scent, the marking. This ground has been used for generations of animals that nearly weren't here anymore. I didn't see any fighting on this trip. The rut is just getting started. But the signals were there. You just have to slow down long enough to read them. If there's a single word to describe wildlife photography, I would say it's unpredictable. I was taking video of this herd that was walking by the car. They seemed totally to ignore me, except for these two young cows. For some reason, they took notice of me, and after a brief stop, one kept on going. The other, she turned toward the car. As she got close, I pulled my camera lens in from the window, and it was replaced by her nose. She stuck her nose through the window of the car for a scratch. And after a friendly scratch, she seemed to be satisfied, and she backed out, and she kept on walking down the trail. And I sat there trying to discern what had just happened. A bit scared, also pretty satisfied. Well, the bison are the headliner here, but the preserve doesn't stop at the bison. I found this deer just off the trail on an afternoon hike, completely unbothered by me, just having lunch. And then on the road back to the visitor center, there was this turtle. Decided to take a snack as well, taking his time. In a place of this size, moving this slowly, the turtle seems to fit right in. It's all just part of the landscape. Next up, if the weather holds, we're staying after dark. Tallgrass Prairie is one of America's least talked about dark sky locations. I want to see what the Milky Way looks like rising over this place. Part 3 is coming. I'll see you there.